I am in the process of making my jigs weedless. And I got partial way through the process and decided I would video the last step. Really, the first step is to trim. Let's grab another one. Trim the barb off of the jig head. You can see there used to be a barb here. I took these snips, placed it close to the head, snipped it, made sure not to squeeze against the shaft because you don't want to weaken the shaft, and then pushed it back into the curve, the lead that was released from this head, and the curve holds it in place. And really then you're able to take your snips and squeeze it across the piece of lead and not mark the hook. So I did that, took them off. I'm looking at using both chartreuse and pink heads right now. They're 30-second heads. There'll be something, of course, less than that now that I got the barb off. But you can see what the final product looks like. Taking a piece of 40-pound test line, some just whatever you can find in UV resin. It's nothing special. And of course a light. I think I got this on eBay for, I don't know, $5 or something like that. So it works really well. And what I do is I'm just taking a piece of 40-pound test line, cut it random lengths, and you can take the end of that line and bend it with needle nose if you want to make that first bend. For me, it's a good bit easier just to take it and push it over with your fingers and mash it down. And you can see how that stands up. The purpose for that is, and I'll show it to you in a minute, is to help hold your jig on while also being weedless. Then I do the same thing, maybe an 1/8 to a 1/4 of an inch more to make a flat section that will go against the hook. So I have the first bend, that's to act as a holder for the jig. Second bend is to make a flat spot for putting it on the hook. Will look like this. Hang on if I can get it where you can see it, like this. I'll place it on the hook and then put some resin on it and cure it. Trying not to get the resin on my fingers while I'm putting this together, but you can see I'm going to hold it in place like this. Add just a drop of resin. It doesn't take much at all. You can see that I've just put a very small amount, and then I'm going to hit it with UV light. I'll do that for the remainder. For this one, I'll go ahead and finish it out for you so you can see how to finish. You can see that I've got a little extra line. I do that, I know it's a little bit of waste, but it actually makes it a lot easier to handle when I'm putting this thing together. So I want to go ahead and give it a little bit of a bend, not as tight as I did the others, just to start conditioning it above the spot that the jig will be pushed onto up to the head. So you can see it's starting to take form at an angle. I'll continue to do that, but for now what I'll do is hold it close to the tip of my hook. Take a small set of scissors, easier for me to work with, and I cut it just off the end of the hook. You can see it's just barely touching. Now, what I'll do is work that and work it until it starts taking form above the hook, And anything that it comes across, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but anything it comes across will deflect it from the hook, but a bite will allow for the crappie to be hooked. So that's what the final product looks like. I give you a chartreuse one so you can see it. See that I've worked this piece down a little bit more to give it a little better line with the hook end. See, there's a little bit of a gap. I'll cut the other one to do the same. All right, that's it. So that's your weedless jig. Tell you what, let me grab one off of my stand and I'll push it on there for you. By the way, I make lots of jigs. I pour them myself. Be kicking off a website really soon. The bait company, it's called Black Warrior Bait Company. Isn't that pretty? So I'm just going to feed it onto the hook, top side towards the eye. No different. Just because it's weedless doesn't mean I would handle it any differently. Be sure to get it in the center of the jig. Work it back slowly. Get enough on there that it's works its way up the jig. Now you can see, let's see, you see the piece of fishing line there that was left standing. I'm gonna push it over it. Now it's hidden. So I have a perfectly weedless jig. And you'd be surprised at how well that